I have so many articles that it's like obvious the way that the Democrat, they screw the unions over. They screw them. They don't screw the top of the union over because they work together, but the members, it's left and right. That's why I say members are brainwashed. We've all been brainwashed by the system to believe this and that. We never look into things. That's the problem. So this was 2021. Biden devastating union workers with plan to close prisons. Yeah, putting a bunch of people out of work because he didn't renew any contracts, or these contracts that were coming up. I can get into it more later. I wanted to show you some of these headlines, though, because every one of these, most of them anyway, especially in your manufacturing, your nursing, your teachers, your, like, I don't want to say that for like your police, because I just don't. I don't want to necessarily, it could be, I haven't looked into any of them, but they're not like out striking really. I mean, I think the top of their organization too is, it likely has endorsed Democrats. So like in my state, Illinois Nurses Association, they endorsed Pritzker of all people, that the politician that made porn available for children in kindergartners in class. Like literally, because some of these books are porn. You know, my boys aren't always blue, and yeah, they're sick cartoon stories about, you know, anal sex and oral sex, all of that for little kids. He did it. He was like one of the first to do it, but that shouldn't be a surprise. The Pritzker family is very much behind the beginnings of the transgender movement. Yeah, I'm really sorry. I'm from Illinois, so I apologize to the United States for the kind of Democrats we put in here. But I don't think we really vote them in. So maybe a bunch of people in Chicago do. But I think it's just been a rigged system for a long time in Illinois, for sure. Because there was way better mayors that should have been in Chicago, like way, way better. They just never get in. There's a ton of people that vote for him. So, but yeah, Pritzker's really behind the train. I did a video a while back on my old TikTok channel. The Pritzker family, they're like one of the wealthiest families. Yeah. They're behind it. It started with them. That shouldn't be a surprise. Jennifer Pritzker, this dude. Yeah, transgender. I won't acknowledge, I won't give respect to that because of what they're doing in the classroom. Now, here's what I want to say about that quickly so people don't mistake me. I think there's a lot of people that have been hurt by the transgender movement, and they have changed genders, and then, you know, I see how they get hurt again because then they wish they hadn't done it, or, you know, so I'm not talking about those people. So for anybody that comes across my video that maybe is young and looking into this, if you've gone down this road, there's always hope. There is. It's just the whole, like, the mental health system in America needs to get fixed, like, quickly. And that will only happen by people speaking up and calling out the nursing, medical, and psychiatric associations. That, because otherwise people, the reason why people are going along with that, like doctors, is because in many states, like in California, they're threatening to take their license. Now, in my personal opinion, that's still not a reason to do it, because that's somebody's life, you know? Like, you have somebody, even if you're just a therapist or just a nurse like me, you still, in my opinion, I know you have to think of your families, but it's such a fine line, because when you're in a position that, you know, people are coming to you in vulnerable conditions, and you're going to lead them astray knowingly just because you don't want to have your license. I don't know. That's where this all comes down to that God thing. You have to rely on God. But here's another article about the union. Yeah, 2021, they screwed over people in manufacturing. Democrats blamed after U.S. Steel cancels $1.5 billion project in Pennsylvania, putting about like 1,000 people out of work. So the union, that's what they're trying to do now. Because some of these these increases. I'm not saying that the workers, whether it's auto workers, nurses, or whatever, that are the members, don't deserve more. Nurses haven't gotten raises. Most especially because of Magnet of Nursing, another great stupid thing that came up because of American Nurses Association decades ago, that created this issue where if you didn't have a certain amount of letters after your name, you can't get any raises. But they really don't give any at all. Nurses have just become used to it. So you get less staff, and you get no increases. However, I think they're also trying to destroy everything. So you have to keep that in mind, because these organizations have always, why have all these unions aligned and endorsed? Because they endorse candidates all the time because they give them money. Your unions give money to these far left radical, liberal, out of their mind Democrats that screw you over. So it's a big deal who they endorse. That's why, the police unions don't. They actually usually endorse the Republicans. Yeah, I don't think the police unions would be able to get away with that. Because look, it's always the Democrat Party that goes after the police. This was 2014. Yeah, I can't tell you a whole lot about this, but my point is that in this, it says, unionized National Education Association employees plot strike, claim teachers group anti-union. Yet the unions they're not helping anybody. I know that candidates on the Republican side say that they support union members. I think they do. I think they support the members. But I think that many of them know that the top of your organizations are corrupt as hell. And they're the ones that keep leading you guys astray. That's what you get rid of that, and then I think but you got to be careful, because they'll just, these special interest groups, they'll just bring somebody else in that'll be still doing the bidding for these far left whack jobs. And this was just last month. The Swamp, brother of Biden's top advisor, is a lobbyist for General Motors. So it's all an inside job with the unions and their lobbyists and the administrations of the Democrat Party, and in many cases the Republican Party too, which is why they all hated Trump. So it all comes down to this very important thing, though. Yes, a Bible verse. See to it that no one takes you captive by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the world, and not according to Christ. So we've gotten played by very wicked people. Yeah, wicked in their mind. And you could see how they fell into the trap, because Jesus talked about it, the love of money. Yeah, Jesus didn't hate money or thought money itself was a sin. It's what it does to people. Look at what it does to union. It causes them to not even tell their members that, yeah, we're endorsing all these Democrats, because really we're with the CEOs of your employers. Because there's no other excuse for why they support that. I mean, they'll say, oh, we support the downtrodden. No, there's too many I just showed. No, they hurt. They help serve. They are a special interest group that uses a whole profession to take everybody into their sick agenda, because once it's over, they don't care. It's not like they haven't done this before in other countries. It's part of the color revolution. So ultimately, this is, you have to rely on God, and you have to realize Jesus talked about the mind, renewing the mind. Not having a mind that conformed to this world, but renewing the mind. So that you really could line that up with brainwashing. So you have to renew your mind and see differently. And see through the lens of not of this world, but of higher. And perfect example is this verse. Therefore, if anyone is in Christ, he is a new creation. The old has passed away. Behold, the new has come. We need more people to have the new come, meaning not the new wages, not the new, that in order for a new world, a new system to come, we need people to renew their mind and look to Christ, not this world.